So we'll have the next concept of same 4 variable K-map, that is incompletely specified functions. So what is incompletely specified functions? See, for an output variable, when you have the truth table for an output variable, if you know what is the value of output for all the combinations of input. For example, till now when we write the truth table, we know what is the output. For 0, 0, 0, what is the output? Whether it is 1 or whether it is 0. For 0, 0, 1, what is the output? Either 0 or 1. If we have the value of output for every combination of input, we call the function as completely specified function. We know what is the output for all the combinations of input, then the function is called as completely specified function. If the output value is not known for some combinations of input, that means 0, 0, 0, I know output is 1. 0, 0, 1, what is the output? I don't know whether the output is 1 or 0. So, for some combinations of inputs, if the output is not defined, not known, those functions are called as incompletely specified functions. So, now we are solving problems, or we are trying to simplify an equation for an incompletely specified function. So, when we don't know what is the output for that particular combination, when we don't know what is the output for this particular combination of input, we don't know what is the output, whether it is 0 or 1, we don't know, we cannot predict, we don't know. Those functions are called as incompletely specified functions, and the input combinations are called as don't care terms. Just look at the question what I have written here. What are these? 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. I have written summation, right? So these are mean terms. What is the meaning of mean term? That means for these inputs, output is 1. That is what the meaning of mean term. If I write max term here, pi here, that indicates these are max terms. That means for these values, output value will be 0. So now I have written summation here. That means for these input combinations, output is what? 1. That is what the meaning of mean term. What about the remaining combination? Till now we were taking for the remaining combinations, we were assuming that the output is 0. But in case the question is given like this. The question is b is equal to f of a, b, c, d is equal to summation mean term 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. For these input combinations, output is 1 plus summation mean terms d. D indicates don't care. D indicates don't care. That means for 8, 9, 10, 11, output is not known. Output is not defined. Output is not known. So these, if you see the word D, don't care, that means that is an incompletely specified function. So the grouping is same, the concept of K-map is same, but the way we group the cells you need to learn. So that is what we are going to discuss in today's class. So when you have the equation like this, you can simplify, you have learned. If you have don't care in the equation, let us see how to solve the equation. Let us see how to get the simplified equation. Okay. So now, as usual, how many variable K-map? We have 4 variables. So I will be writing 4 variable K-map. I have already written. So now, what is next step? Fill the mean terms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. So I will fill the mean terms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. This is how we fill the mean terms in the K-map. Now, along with the mean terms, what else we have? We also have don't care terms. So we have to be very careful now. We have don't care terms. Which are the don't care terms we have? 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. So in the K-map you can write D. You can write D. So in the K-map you write D. So I will use green color chalk piece here, D. Okay. Can you, I hope you can see this. 8 is D, 9 is D, then 10 is a don't care term, 10 is a don't care term, then 11 is a don't care term. So is it clear what for don't care term, what do we write in the K-map? We don't write 1 because we don't know the output is 1. If the mean terms are given, we are sure that for these mean terms output is 1. That is why we will be writing 1 in the K-map. If the max terms are given, for the max terms are given, output is 0. That is why we were writing 0 in the K-map. If they give does it mean? It means these are don't care, incompletely specified. For these combinations of input, we don't know, output is not known. We don't know whether it is 0 or 1. How do we denote it in K-map? By writing D. For 8, 9, 10, 11, output is D. That means don't care. So this is an incompletely specified function. Now what is the rule of K-map? When we have a don't care term, when the function is incompletely specified. Now the rule is, when you have don't care term in your equation, you have to look for the mean terms grouping first. That means don't worry about the don't care terms. Now because don't care terms, we don't know what is the output. We cannot treat them as mean terms. We don't know whether the output is 1 or 0. So what we have to do is, we have to just look at the mean terms and try to group the mean terms. We just have to concentrate on mean terms 1, 1, 1, 1 and try to group the mean terms. And whenever you are grouping mean terms, you can make use of don't care terms to get the simplified equation. Listen carefully. Whenever you are grouping mean terms, if don't care terms are adjacent to mean terms, you can treat the don't care terms as mean terms and you can combine. But you need not try to cover the don't care terms. Let me explain with this problem. Now, as I said, even if you have don't care terms, your concentration should be only on mean terms. You have to concentrate to group the mean terms, just like we did in the previous problem. So which are the mean terms we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 15. Now how do we group 2, 3? If we don't have don't care terms, forget about don't care terms. How do we group 2, 3? We would have grouped 2, 3 alone. 2, 3 is a single group because 2, 3, 7, 6 we don't have any the cells, 0, 1 no the cells. So we would have grouped 2, 3. But if you fold the K-map here, if you fold the K-map here, if you fold the K-map here, what do you have here? Don't care. If you fold the K-map like this, these don't care will overlap on 2, 3. These don't care terms will overlap on 2, 3. So now what is the rule of K-map is, when you are grouping the mean terms, if you have don't care terms adjacent to 2, 3, you can make use of don't care terms to get the simplified equation. So now 2, 3, these are the two mean terms I have. But when I fold the K-map, these two don't care terms 10 and 11 will overlap on 2 and 3. So what I will do is, instead of making a group of 2 cells 2 and 3, I will group 2, 3. I will group 2, 3 along with 10 and 11. Now I will make use of don't care terms. How will I make use? I will treat these don't care terms as mean terms. I will treat these don't care terms as mean terms and I will try to group. So if I group 2, 3, 10, 11, please try to understand. If I don't have don't care terms here, I would have grouped 2, 3. But since I have don't care term, I have to make use of don't care terms. If they are adjacent to mean terms, just use the don't care terms and group. So 2, 3, 10, 11. So what is the equation I get when I group 2, 3, 10, 11? I get B bar, then C. I get B bar C. I get B bar C. Similarly, now how do I group 13 and 15? How do I group 13 and 15? 13 and first you have to look at the mean terms. Then the second step you can go for don't care terms. Forget about the don't care terms. Just look at the mean terms. How do I group 13 and 15? 13 and 15 form a group, right? 13 and 15 form a group. But now let me see whether any don't care terms are adjacent to it. Yes. I have 9 and 11 adjacent to 13 and 15. So I don't just group 13 and 15. I make use of don't care terms. So 13, 15, 9 and 11 will form another group. So the next grouping is 13, 15, 9 and 11 will form another group, and what is the equation I get? A, then D. A, D I get. Okay. Then 4 and 5 I have. 4 and 5 are not still grouped. So 4 and 5 I have. How do I group 4 and 5? Any other mean terms? No. Any other don't care terms that I can make use of it? 4 and 5, even if I fold here, no. These two will overlap on 0 and 1, but we don't have any cells adjacent to 4 and 5. So what is the only option we have? Just group 4 and 5. So what is the equation I get? A bar, B, C bar. I get A bar, B, C bar. Correct? A bar, B, C bar. Now look at the K-map after you group. Any other mean terms that are not being grouped? 13 and 15 group, 4 and 5 group, 2 and 3 group. Any other mean terms that we have not grouped? No, we have covered all the mean terms. Any other don't care terms that are not grouped? 8 is not grouped. 8 is not being used for any of the mean term grouping. You need not group 8. You need not worry about the don't care term grouping. You can leave 8 as it is. You need not group. You should not group 8. You can make use of don't care terms if you can make larger grouping for mean terms. But 8, 9, 10, 11 you cannot group. You cannot just group only don't care terms. Don't care terms, if they are adjacent to mean terms, you can go for it. Otherwise, leave don't care terms. Okay? Now 8 is not grouped. You cannot go for another grouping just to cover 8 because 8 is not a mean term. It is just a don't care term. Just leave it. Don't group. So, you have to look at the mean terms whether they are grouped. Whether they are being grouped with the don't care terms. If don't care terms are adjacent, you can make use of it to group the mean terms. That's all. So now what is the equation we get? We get the equation as A bar B C bar. A bar B C bar V is equal to A bar B C bar plus AD plus B bar C. A bar B C bar plus AD plus B bar C. So this is the answer for this problem. Okay. So we shall discuss another problem. So we have the next problem, that is f of u v w x is equal to summation 1, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15 plus summation d. D means don't care, 8, 10, 11, 14. So 8, 10, 11, 14. Yeah, it's visible. So now, again 4 variables. So I have written the K-map. I have kept the K-map ready. So now what do? We should write the mean terms first. 1, 5, 7, 9, where is 9? 9, 13, 15. 1, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15. These are the mean terms. 8, 10, 11, 14 are don't care terms. So now you write the don't care terms. 8, 10, 11, 14 are don't care terms. Okay. So now when we have don't care terms, what we have to do? We have to try to group the mean terms only. But we can make use of don't care terms to form a larger grouping. So now, how do I cover one mean term 1? What is the only option I have? I have to go with this grouping 1, 5, 13, 9. Any other possibility to group 1? No, right? I don't have any other possibility to group 1. So what I do? I group 1, 5, 13, 9. Correct? Yes. 1, 5, 13, 9. 1, 5, 13, 9 I will go. So if I group 1, 5, 13, 9. If I group 1, 5, 13, 9. 1, 5, 13, 9. What is the answer I get? W bar x. The answer, the equation the product term I get is W bar x. Now, any other mean term that are not covered? 7 and 15 are not covered. How do I cover 7 and 15? 7 and 15 are adjacent to 5 and 13. 7 and 15 are adjacent to 5 and 13. So I can make use of 7 and so I can group 7, 15 and 13 and 15. 7, 5, 13, 15. 7, 5, 13, 15. 7, 5, 13, 15. So if I group 7, 5, 13, 15, what is the answer I get? V, then x. Vx, right? Any other mean terms that are not covered? Have we covered 1? Yes. 5? Yes. 13? Yes. 9? Yes. 7? Yes. 15? Yes. So we have covered all the mean terms. Over. No need to worry about the don't care terms. Have we used don't care terms? We have not used any of the don't care term because it was not required for us. We we were able to group only the mean terms. Using only the mean terms, we were able to make the larger grouping and get the simplified equation. So let us not use don't care terms. Even if I use don't care term, what is the use? I don't have any use. I don't make the equation much more simpler than this. So let me not go for don't care terms. So you need not group don't care terms. You need not group don't care terms. You can use don't care terms only if it is required to cover mean terms. How it may be advantageous for us to make the larger grouping so that more number of variables can be eliminated. So what is the equation now? Y is equal to bx plus w bar x. So this is the equation. Hope you all have understood the concept of don't care term. Getting an idea about how exactly a don't care term has to be simplified when it is given in the equation. When an incompletely specified function is given, how exactly we can simplify using K-map. Okay. So let us take down one more problem on K-map. So this is the problem I have. Another problem on incompletely specified function. Y is equal to f of r stu is equal to summation 0 to 4, 8, 10, 14 plus summation d. D means don't care term 5, 6, 7, 12. So now write the K-map and fill the mean terms. 0, 2, 4, 8, 10, 14 are mean terms. Don't care terms 5, 6, 7, 12. 5 is a don't care term. 6 is a don't care term. 7 is a don't care term. 12 is a don't care term. Now, how do we group 0? How do we group 0? Can I group it with 4? Yes, you can group 0 and 4. But don't care term is adjacent to 4. Let's see whether we can make use of don't care term or not. Can I group 0, 4? If I make use of don't care term, I can combine 0, 4 with 12, 8. Is it not? If I use don't care terms, if I take the don't care term as a mean term to make the larger grouping, can I group, instead of going for 0, 4 grouping, can I group 0, 4, 12, 8 in a single group? I can combine 3 mean terms in a single group. So, instead of going for 0, 4, what you can do is, you can go 0, 4, 12, 8. You can combine 0, 4, 12, 8. So, 0, 4, 12, 8 will form a single grouping. So, 0, 4, 12, 8. And what is the equation we get? T bar, U bar. The equation is T bar, U bar. Similarly, to cover 2, 14, 10, make use of this D, don't care term. Instead of going for only 14 and 10, you can combine D and 2. So 2, 6, 4, 10. So 2, 6, 14, 10 is a group. So what is the equation we get? T U bar we get. Just look at the K-map and just check whether we have covered all the mean terms. Yes. 0 is covered, 2 is covered, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 is covered. Okay. These two don't care terms we have not used. It was not required, so we did not touch the don't care term 5 and 7. We don't need. Yes, so what is the equation we get? Y is equal to T U bar plus T bar U bar. Okay, T U bar plus T bar U bar, is that right? Yes. Okay. So now, look here. We have got T bar U bar by grouping 0, 4, 8 and 12. We have got T U bar by grouping 2, 6, 14 and 10. Okay, this is the grouping we have got by grouping 0, 4, 12, 8. This is the grouping equation we have got by grouping 2, 6, 10, 14. And what is the equation we have got? Y is equal to T U bar plus T bar U bar, right? And now, let us see, this is a simplified equation. Just fold the K-map and check here. Just fold the K-map. Just fold the K-map here. So when you fold the K-map here, just see 0, 4, 12, 8 we have. 2, 6, 14, 15. Are they not overlapping on 0, 4, 12 and 8? When you fold the K-map here, 2, 6, 14, 10 will exactly overlap on 0, 4, 12, 8. So what you can do is, instead of grouping these four, you can form a single group by combining these 4 and these 4. And what is get? R will get cancelled, S will get cancelled, T is 0, 0, 1, 1. So yeah, sorry, T is 0 here, T is 1 here, will get cancelled. U is 0, U is 0, so we get U bar. So now what is Y? Y is equal to U bar. In the previous equation, what is the answer we got? T U bar plus T bar U bar. Again we can simplify this. If we take U bar common, T plus T bar. What is T plus T bar? U bar. So in this equation, we could simplify the equation whatever we got from K-map. In the K-map, we got this answer. We could simplify further. Then this is not the simplified equation that we could get from K-map. That means something is wrong. Something we have missed out in K-map. We have not done the grouping correctly, because when you use K-map and simplify, you should get the simplified equation. That means you should not be able to simplify it further. K-map itself is designed to give us the simplified equation. Then we should, once we get the equation from K-map, that is the simplified equation. We should not be able to simplify it further. But look at this. I could simplify it further and get U bar. Why don't I get U bar directly from K-map? That means I have done something wrong grouping. So you have to group all the 8 cells, then only you will get U bar. Now this is the correct answer. And some of you can ask the question, ma'am, if we have done like this, can't we write in the exam like this? K-map, we have got 2 grouping. Can't we simplify this and keep the answer as U bar? No, that is wrong. Because from the K-map, you should get the simplified equation. You should get the final simplest equation. Not the equation from the K-map, you will simplify by applying Boolean algebraic properties and then get the equation. No. From the K-map itself, you should be able to get the correct equation. You should be able to get the simplest equation. That is what is the meaning of K-map. K-map will give us the simplest equation, simplified equation, but we have to do the groupings properly. We have to learn the logic properly. That is the reason I had grouped these 2 first, written the equation. So this is what I thought of explaining you. You should get the simplest equation directly from the K-map. Okay? That K-map equation, whatever we get, shouldn't be simplified further. This should be the simplest equation, simplified equation. Okay? So this is a problem which clearly tells us that using don't care term, we can even form a larger grouping. Okay? So that is what, these are some of the don't care problems I have solved. In the online class, we shall discuss some more problems on incompletely specified functions. Okay? Thank you.